Alright, I have to make another one of these videos. I'm not too thrilled about this. On December 28th, Pearl's father passed away. He came down sick with the COVID and he died. Um, we're kind of picking up the pieces right now, trying to figure out what to do. I do want everybody to know that he did have his vaccines from Moderna. He had both shots. He was scheduled to get his booster when he came down sick and didn't get a chance to get the booster because he was sick. Um, he thought he had a cold, and he was trying to. He didn't think it was COVID or anything. He just thought he had a cold, and when he called Pearl and said he wasn't doing too well, so they went out and checked on him. Her brother got one of those blood oxygen pulse meters, put it on his finger, and he read 81. So I was like, oh, get him to the urgent care or the ER. So they ran him to the ER, and they admitted him, and just got him there too late. He was really healthy. I mean, he slowed down a little bit. He has an acre of land, and he said it took him 2 days to mow the yard. So he was slowing down a little bit, but he was he was very healthy for 88 years old. Um, the point of this is there's no such thing as a cold, not until you go and get checked. I mean, you need to know, and if you do have COVID, you need to make sure you get the monoclonal antibody treatments. Um, we found out when he was not feeling well, we couldn't really do anything. Pearl, um, our whole family we live about 2 hours away, so it just happened to coincide with we ended up getting COVID. My daughter caught it from work and she brought it into the house, and my son got it next, and then I came down with it. She did fine, but we called and had her scheduled for a monoclonal antibody treatment, and she was feeling better, so we canceled that. My son, we finally got him to go to an urgent care just to be checked because he was coughing a lot, and he really didn't want the treatment. They listened to his lungs, and they tested him, and he had COVID. I myself, I didn't like how it was going. 2 days into the COVID, I called, got an appointment at our urgent care, went in, I walked in, they go, oh, you got COVID. I go, yeah, but I want the monoclonal antibody treatment. So they went ahead and tested me, and that was on Friday. They called me back on Sunday. I thought I'd have to wait till the weekend was over to get this scheduled. They called me on Sunday, and I had my monoclonal antibody infusion on Monday, and it really, really turned it around because it was moving into my chest, and I didn't like how it was behaving. And the antibody treatment really turned it around, knocked out my fever, and the only reason I was not feeling good is because I hurt my back coughing so much, and just my chest was getting sore and tore up from all the coughing. Then bless her heart, at the very end, Pearl caught it. She did fine. Just a head cold, kind of like my daughter. Her and my daughter, it was just more of a nuisance, a head cold with a fever. But again, there's no such thing as a cold now. So that's the point of this video. I mean, we're just heartbroken. We lost her dad. We were fighting the COVID ourselves at the time, and wasn't able to keep an eye on him like we should have, because we were all sick and recovering from it too. But there's no such thing as a cold anymore. You need to find out whether or not you got COVID, and if you do, you need to get the monoclonal antibody treatments. Okay, you not believe how many people hasn't heard of, again, monoclonal antibodies. Okay, those the magic word. Okay, so if you don't feel well, get yourself tested. If you pop positive for COVID, start screaming monoclonal antibody treatment. Okay, and that's the main point of this video. Is I'm trying to trying to make sure you're going to, sooner or later, you're going to come down with it. I mean, I had both my vaccines. Had both my shots. So I was on Pfizer and I was at 7 months. Came down with it. I mean, you know, I hadn't decided whether to get the booster or not, but it still don't matter. I was only 7 months out. So you will, sooner or later, you're going to catch it. There's no fans or buts. Sooner or later, you're going to get COVID. What do you do when you get it? So that's the idea of this video. I'm trying to save somebody out there in my YouTube family. So if you feel like you got a cold, I'm going to beat this in because nobody at work even knows this. I mean, I hang out with a lot of people, and no one's heard of monoclonal antibodies. So that's the point of this. So I don't know what happens with YouTube, if they'll attack me for saying this or not, but you need to go get tested. You need to see your physician. My doctors will tell me, you know, they're like, no. So I went to the urgent cares. So you just need to get someone professional to look at you again and start screaming monoclonal antibodies. Because like I said, when I went to urgent care, they were like, I walked in and go, you got COVID? And I go, yeah, but I want the antibody treatment. And they're like, well, then you need tested. I think they were trying to save me money from the fee for the urgent care visit. And I'm like, don't care. I need to make sure if I got COVID or not. And if I got COVID, I want to make sure I get the antibody treatment. So monoclonal antibodies, those are the magic words. So again, it's been a mess. We had the funeral was last Friday. We took care of a few things. We've been up there taking care of a few things, but it's been very rough on us. So in 2021, we lost my father, my mother, and now we lost Pearl's dad. Pearl's mother passed away like 10 or 11 years ago, but it's been rough with us. So we're getting by it as we have with our faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. Through him all things are possible. His love and his eternal salvation is what's keeping us together, keeping our minds sane. And yes, Lauren was a believer. He is right now sleeping in the care of the Lamb. So that's the message for here. Remember the magic word, monoclonal antibody treatments. And that's it for now.